Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Miguel and today you will learn the key differences between Claude, Claude Cowork, and Claude Code. Let's get down to it. What we will do is we'll treat one very simple use case and I will show you all of the features that are available within each of the three Claudes, which one is the best for you, and also my personal recommendations. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Claude, hey Claude, can you write a love poem for me, please? So by doing this, I will show you that this ChatGPT alternative, which is actually my main driver, is very good at writing. Now, the limitation of Claude is that it is not connected locally to your computer, meaning that after he writes this wonderful poem, if I ask him to save it as a file on my desktop, that's not something that he can do. However, if you do connect Claude to your drive through the connectors feature right here, you can leave it in your Google Drive. That is not a problem. However, in this case, I want it inside of my local files. Let's test it out. Can you save that as a local file, as a text file right here on my computer, please? Now, let's see what he says. He will say, no, I cannot do this. I don't have access to your to your local files. He can create text files using his features, but he cannot save them locally. It's always up to me to save them. And that's not something that I want to do. As you can see right here, he said, okay, you can open it and you can save it yourself, but he cannot do the saving for him. Now, this is where we go with Cowork. Now, Cowork is different. Cowork actually has access to your local files or any other online environment that you're using. So Google, Microsoft, anything else that you can connect to, it has access to. But the key difference between the two is the fact that it has access to your local files. So here, as you can see, you have the option of choosing where you want to work with your Claude. So here, I am just going to select a folder inside of my drive, which is called Claude, and I am going to select this folder. Now I am working locally inside of this folder. Let's see what I can do with it now. Hey Claude, can you please write a beautiful poem about love for me? Thanks. We're not doing anything new now. What's going to be new in this case is the fact that we're going to ask Claude to save an HTML file. And for the people that don't know what HTML is, it is simply a file that is used on the internet. Everything on the internet is an HTML file in the end. And we're going to ask him to create a beautiful page. And then we're going to see how it looks. Now we have a beautiful poem about love. Can you please create a beautiful HTML file and then save it in this folder? I want the poem to be contained inside of that file. Let's go. Now you can customize the way that you work with Cowork. As you can see right here, it actually has an instructions file right here that you can customize. So you can ask him to always reply in Spanish, always reply in French, or you can give him extremely precise information about your business or your personal life inside of that file. He will always remember. Now, what he is doing right now is he is writing that HTML file that I asked him to write, and I am going to be able to visualize that file. Now, Cowork, as you can see, is able to create files inside of your computer. It's able to also write tasks for you. So you can actually give him tasks that he is going to run each and every single day, but it has its limitations. And that's when we start actually using Claude Code. Right now, as you can see, he actually told me, okay, there's already a poem. Let me update it. So he's noticed that there is already a file called love poem inside of my folder, and he's just going to update it with the new file. Then he's going to open that HTML file. I will look at it and I will tell him if I'm happy or not. There you go. It is now saved. I can just click on view my poem and I have my HTML file right here, which actually looks quite good. I can ask him to modify this file if I ever need it. Now, what happens if I want to just put this file on the internet? That's not something that I can do with Claude Cowork. Claude Cowork doesn't have access to developer tools, but Claude Code does. If you think about it, Claude Cowork is a simplified version of Claude Code. That's literally what it is. Let's get down to Claude Code. And for the people following along, I am using the desktop application on Windows. The desktop application now has the three Claudes inside of it, so you are no longer limited by having to use some complicated terminal or some IDE, which are things that might scare off the normal business user. Here now we have Claude Code. What's the difference between Claude Code and Claude Cowork? Claude Code can actually run commands in a terminal. That means that it can actually execute code for you. And furthermore, What it can do is it can actually deploy things for you on the web if you set it up correctly. There is a step up in the level of expertise that you need to use this type of tool, but you can even ask him questions about, hey, how can I deploy this to the web? Can we build this together? That's the way that you should be using AI right now. Now, here, as you can see, I can choose to work locally, and I've selected the file, well, the folder where I was working with Claude Cowork. So I can ask him to list out the files inside of this folder. Can you give me a list of all of the files in this folder, please? I am just going to send that information up to him, and he is going to read all of the files that are inside of the folder. He is going to report back to me. And then what we'll do is we will build our first website or page on the web by just simply asking him to deploy it. Now, I do have to say that I've set up Claude Code previously to be able to do this quickly, but it only takes a couple of minutes to be able to do it. So you just need to create a few accounts, and that's something that you can do quite easily. And Claude Code can guide you through literally all of the steps. Here we have, so we have all of the files, love poem, index. There are two files, two HTML files right here. And I'm going to tell him, I would really love to deploy the love poem HTML as a web page to Vercel. Can you please help me out? Remember that you might need to change the name of that file. There you go. Now, what I'm asking him is I am asking him to use something that's called Vercel. It's just a service that puts your web page out there. He's already connected to my account, and he's going to help me out by putting that web page online. Then he will report back to me by telling me, hey, there you go. I'll always allow for this session. Hey, I want to deploy this for you. Here is the new URL link that you can use to share your newly deployed web page. As you can see, the file is renamed. Let me deploy it, and then he's just going to report back to me. Now, for me, the way to go is to just learn how to use Claude Code. Why? Because Claude Cowork is a simplified version of Claude Code, which actually has quite a big limitation when it comes to knowledge about your computer. Claude Cowork is limited to that precise folder where he is working, whereas Claude Code can actually go and fetch information from other files in your computer and has better knowledge about the things that are installed in your computer that he can use. That's why I recommend just sticking to Claude Code, and that's something that I'm going to be educating you on for the coming future. Now, as you can see, he is actually just live, just trying to push that love poem, and it is live now. So I can actually click on this. I can open the link, and I can actually just change right here to show you that now I have my love poem, which is online, and I had nothing to do. So now, because Claude Code is actually a more powerful tool than Claude Code, I can actually ask him to just change things inside of this website and then just redeploy the website if I ever need it. Now, the main takeaways from this video are three. Claude is a ChatGPT alternative, which for me is a better tool because it has better reasoning capabilities and also great connections. Claude Cowork is a tool that helps you start to build files locally and actually use AI as it's intended to be used as an agent or as an assistant. And the third is Claude Code is actually the best tool out there. So it's the best tool that will allow you to build minimum viable products if you're someone who is looking to start a business. He is going to help you out cleaning your files inside of your computer. He can also help you out with social media if you ever need it. Everything that Claude Cowork can do, Claude Code can do, and even better. Now, that's everything that I had to show you. Now you know precisely what tool you can use, whether it's Claude, Cowork, or Code. The three are fantastic tools that are going to help you on your day to day, whether you're a professional or just a student. Now, I'm going to say farewell, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.